Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ray. This will be your general tarot reading for the rest of winter from 2022 moving into 2023. So we're going to be looking at roughly the next 3 months, the rest of December, January, and February. We're going to be looking at career and finances, and then we'll move into love messages. Your love messages will also be split into 3 categories: Taurus dealing with a past person, Taurus in a current connection, and single Taurus looking for new love or dealing with a new person. So let's get started. What are Taurus's messages for career and finance for the rest of winter? Starting off with the 9 of Swords, I feel like a lot of you are very anxious about your career and finances right now, especially if you're worried about money. This could also just be general work stress. Some of you, this might just be, your average everyday, especially if you work in a high stress job, and this might just be normal for you. You have the Hanged Man here, male, female, take it how it resonates. I feel like a lot of you feel stuck in your career and finances right now, especially if you're not moving forward or you're not seeing the results that you wanted to see. The advice with this card is to always have patience, okay? And I know that's easier said than done, especially if you feel like you've been stuck in one spot for way too long. Especially with this 9 of Swords here, it feels like some of you are wondering if you're wasting your time here or wasting your efforts. Like some of you are questioning if you're sacrificing yourself for something that's not going to come through. And that's just because you're kind of in suspension right now. You have the 8 of Wands here, so I do feel like things are going to pick up speed when you least expect it, okay? For some of you, this is a travel card, so there might be a relocation involved here, or potentially a lot of you could travel for work. Some of you might be thinking of moving. But this is also about like really fast forward movement, okay? You are making progress. It just doesn't feel like it right now. And I feel like that's because that 9 of Swords, that anxiety, that self-doubt is getting in the way. You might feel stuck with the Hanged Man. And even if you feel like you're just kind of in this boring, routinal loop right now, I do see things picking up speed for you, Taurus. But I feel like it's going to come in fast and it's going to come in unexpected with this 8 of Wands here. Can you clarify the 9 of Swords for me, please? Clarifying the 9 of Swords is the Queen of Cups here. Again, masculine, feminine, take it how it resonates. Some of you could be working with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like you need to be gentle with yourself right now, Taurus, especially if this is just burnout, okay? I feel like you need to be a little bit more compassionate with yourself and your journey. Again, with that 8 of Wands there, I feel like you just don't see how much progress you're making because there's a lot of anxiety and self-doubt getting in the way here. Some of you might be experiencing imposter syndrome, like, am I even good enough to be here? Do I have the ability to do this? For some of you, this might also be like a head over heart decision as well. Like your intuition is telling you one thing, but then you're so stressed that you're not listening to that gut feeling, okay? I'm also hearing that if this is like a new idea or project that you're very focused on with this cup here, for some of you this might be something very artistic or creative, or you might be in the caring or healing professions. But I feel like you need to be a little bit more open-hearted right now and be more gentle with yourself, okay? Make sure that you're not burning out your energy right now. You still need to make time for yourself when you come home, okay? Make sure that you're not overextending yourself, stretching yourself too thin biting off more than you can chew, taking on more than you can handle. You still need to make your emotional and psychological needs a priority. I feel like some of you are working so much to the point where you're neglecting your mental health. Okay, let's move into love messages. What is your advice for Tauruses dealing with a past person for the rest of winter? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. What are your messages for Tauruses dealing with a past person for the rest of winter? You have the Knight of Coins here. This could be your energy, or some of you could be dealing with another Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, an earth sign. I feel like right now you are dedicated to change with this death card here as well, Scorpio energy. It kind of feels like you are going through a transition right now, Taurus, where you are learning how to be less codependent if this is your own energy. I'm kind of seeing you, again, I'm hearing dedicated to change, like you're ending toxic behaviors that may have served you in the past but no longer serve you now. And we do have the Knight of Coins here. This is player energy. So for some of you, if you've been very codependent in the past, I'm kind of seeing you going within and really working on yourself right now to change that behavior. If this is another person coming back around, I feel like you're cutting off that connection, okay? This person was very codependent with you and it turned into something very toxic here, especially with this player energy here. And I feel like with this death card here, you're just not taking their shit anymore. And death is also about rebirth, okay? It might seem like a scary card, but that's because people fear change, because change brings the unknown. I'm kind of seeing this Knight of Cups here going through a rebirth, going through a renewal, you know, making an upgrade, becoming a better version of themselves. Especially with how focused they are in this coin, okay? I feel like this coin is you doing the inner work, Taurus, you focusing on yourself so that you can heal and move on. You also have this Six of Wands here with that Knight of Coins there. Some of you might be very focused on career and finances as you go through this healing phase. You could even be potentially competing for a promotion at work or potentially some sort of raise with a financial increase. But I'm also hearing this message of, like, again, making an upgrade, going through a change here, renewing yourself, the way that you look at yourself and your life and relationships. Because this Six of Wands is about validation, right? And paired with this codependent energy here, if this is you changing your own behavior, Taurus, I feel like you're starting to really dive deep into your subconscious and ask yourself, why do I seek constant validation from other people? How do I validate myself? Some of you need to break the habit of like looking for external sources for happiness and learn how to make yourself happy, right? Learn how to be single. I feel like some of you associate being alone with being lonely, and that's not the same thing. But this is also a card of victory. So again, I feel like some of you are cutting off codependent, toxic people from the past, cutting off that general energy, even if it's just kind of still lingering in your field right now. And can you clarify the Death card for me, please? Clarifying the Death card is the Moon. Some of you could have been dealing with a Pisces in the past, and if this is a past person trying to come back around, I'm not seeing you accepting their apology, Taurus. I'm seeing you cutting off that connection, moving on and moving forward. I feel like this person might have been very deceptive with you in the past. You might have found out that they were lying to you about something or hiding something from you, keeping secrets in some way. And that's why you're cutting off that codependent energy, because I feel like you don't trust this person anymore, and with good reason with this Moon energy here. If this is you, again, I feel like some of you are doing a lot of shadow work in the winter, okay, battling with your shadow self, really diving deep into your subconscious to figure out How to make major changes in your love life. What is your advice for Tauruses in a current connection for the rest of winter? Attraction. You attract love by enjoying this romantic moment fully. What are your messages for Tauruses in a current connection for the rest of winter? You have the Two of Swords here. I feel like for some of you, there could be a conflict coming up in winter. It feels like there's some sort of impasse here. Somebody might be very indecisive if they have to make a decision about something. And it kind of feels like the two of you are at a stalemate, right? These two stubborn swords that you're holding up against each other. Neither one of you wants to budge here. But relationships are all about compromise, especially with this Eight of Coins here. I feel like some of you, this is just something that the two of you need to work on together, right? Working on communication issues. This is just another challenge in a new cycle of your relationship. And I feel like there is a lot of emotional maturity when the Eight of Coins pops up in a relationship reading. I'm also hearing for some of you, if this is past conflict, I'm seeing the two of you like working through that. Like some of you are hesitating because you're worried that issues that the two of you have had in the past are going to resurface. But you've already worked through those. You've already worked those out. You know now how to stand your ground and move past those things together. You have the Star card here. For some of you, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, and we have attraction. I'm also hearing for some of you, again, this is more healing energy. So I am seeing the two of you moving past this together. Or even if this is a conflict that you're going to have in the future, I'm not necessarily seeing it last long. I don't think this needs to become a big deal. If the two of you communicate well, work it out together, I feel like this will just blow over. And with this attraction card here, I feel like somebody here could be having insecurity issues that might spark a lot of conflict in this relationship, because somebody here is not living in the moment. Especially if this person is focused on the past. It could be you or them, could even be both of you, so take it how it resonates. Somebody here might be holding a grudge against past issues that the two of you have had previously, and that's why this feels stuck and stagnant with that Two of Swords there, because somebody hasn't fully moved on and forgiven the other person for past transgressions. I'm also seeing here that for some of you, this attraction card paired with that Two of Swords could just be because some of you have been together for so long at this point that you're bored, okay? You're looking to get that spark back, that passion back. You want the excitement back in your relationship. And I am seeing that coming to fulfillment as well with this Star card here. It feels like the two of you are brightening up your worlds again, finding ways to get that passion back with this attraction card. Okay, let's end it off with single Tauruses looking for new love or dealing with a new person for the rest of winter. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. What are your messages for single Taurus looking for new love or dealing with a new person in the rest of winter? Starting with the Eight of Wands and the Five of Wands, I feel like you have a lot of options right now, Taurus, even if you feel like you don't. I feel like there are a lot of people around you that are interested in you, especially if you're online dating right now or if you're on dating apps. Like, I'm seeing multiple wands here, okay? And I feel like some of you are okay with that. You might just be keeping your options open right now. You might not necessarily be looking for anything committed or serious. You might just want to mess around a bit, and I'm not here to judge. As long as everything's consensual and you're not ruining any relationships, live your best life, Taurus. Go for it. But with this Five of Wands here, I'm kind of seeing a lot of competition around you right now, a lot of rivalry. Some of you could have multiple offers coming your way, especially with this Eight of Wands here. It feels like you're getting a lot of attention right now. You're moving forward, and it kind of feels like you're like running through one person after another, not necessarily in a bad way, but this is just giving me dating energy. Now, you do have the Five of Swords here. This is a deception card. And with this passion card here and all of these options, all of these wands, I feel like for some of you, the reason why it feels like people might be kind of coming in and coming out of your life right now is because I feel like you are very physically attractive at this time, Taurus, and a lot of people that you link up with might only want one thing from you. Like, you might be attracting a lot of people that don't want anything committed right now. And again, as long as you're okay with that, then go for it. You know, you might be keeping your options open, exploring your options. You know, you might just be looking for like a sneaky link, that kind of thing. Live your best life. But if that's not what you want, with this Eight of Wands, I'm kind of seeing you like turning down one offer after another when you figure out that this person is coming at you with Five of Swords energy. Like, I'm kind of seeing you being very excited by the idea of having multiple offers, and then not necessarily being pleased by each one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of the offers coming your way in winter are not necessarily like up to standard. Like, you know that you deserve more than that. Can you clarify the Five of Swords for me, please? Clarifying the Five of Swords is the Justice card. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, or there could be a Libra coming your way. Again, I'm getting player energy here, okay? You might be attracting a lot of F-boys or F-girls, but I'm kind of seeing you detaching yourself emotionally from those people. Like, with all of these wands here, the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, it feels like you know that if an offer comes your way that you do not want, you already know that you're out of this person's league, Taurus. Like, it feels like you're kind of in a mindset right now where you're open to exploring your options and you're dating around a little bit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to settle for the first person who comes your way, especially if this person does not deserve you or is not meeting your standards. Like, you're kind of in a mindset this winter where you're like, yeah, I'm okay with like experimenting with you and kind of going with the flow and seeing where things go, but if I see one red flag, I'm out. Especially with this Justice card here, it kind of feels like how you're blindfolded right now, but you're also in control of these scales. You're not wasting your time on anything or anyone that does not deserve you. Okay, Taurus, I feel like those were the messages that you needed to hear. Comment down below if any of them resonate. You can like the video and also subscribe to my channel. That helps me a lot. We're still a very small family here, but we're growing every single day. I love and appreciate every single one of you for that, so thank you so much for your support. You can follow me on all my socials if you want to. I post weekly messages on Facebook on Fridays. We do Tarot Tuesdays on Twitter. I've also started uploading Instagram Reels. We do random pick-a-cards over there, so if you're interested in any of that, links will be in the description box below, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye!